Welcome to all final year degree students. Uh, well, my dear students, in the last two classes we have studied about memorandum of association, its clauses, and we've also completed the doctrine of ultravirus. And in the today's class, we will discuss about another important document, that is Articles of Association. Uh, uh, what are the contents? I'll share you the PPT now. Okay. Uh, the Articles of Association is the very important document, like Memorandum of Association. In the Memorandum of Association, we already studied what are the different clauses that's important from exam point of view. Then we have discussed the doctrine of ultravirus also, we have discussed it. Then the effects also we have discussed it, correct? And in the today's class, we'll discuss about Articles of Association. uh, the articles of association constitute the second important document for the formation of a joint stock company. Articles are compulsory for the companies limited by guarantee, unlimited companies, and even for private companies. However, they are optional for public companies limited by shares. I repeat, optional for public companies limited by shares. When the public companies, sorry, when the public companies limited by shares are registered without their own special articles, the model articles, that is table A, applies. Table A is nothing but the model. There are 99 model articles are there, so that can be adopted. So I'll repeat: articles are compulsory for the companies limited by guarantee, unlimited companies, and for private companies. However, they are optional for public companies limited by shares. When the public companies limited by shares are registered without their own special articles, the model articles, that is table A, applies. Okay. Now come to the definition part. Section 2, subsection 5 of the Companies Act of 2013 defines the articles of association as articles of association of a company as originally framed or as altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous company law or this act. I'll repeat: defined as articles of association company as originally framed or as altered from time to time in accordance in pursuance of any previous company law or according to this act. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು, ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಟೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನೋಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ವೆಲ್, now come to the importance. The Articles of Association is a document which contains bylaws or the rules and regulations of the internal management of a company. So this Articles of Association contains the internal machineries, internal rules and regulations for the day-to-day conduct of a business of a company. We need, the day-to-day regulations, or we need regulations, the bylaws for the operation of the day-to-day activities. So all these bylaws, all these rules and regulations, provisions for the day-to-day operations of the company are contained in the Articles of Association. Okay. Uh, these Articles of Association govern the relationship between the company and its members, and also the relationship between the members themselves. However, they have nothing to do with the outsiders. They have nothing to do with the outsiders. Now, some of the important provisions wherein the company can act only if so authorized by its articles. Number one is to issue redeemable preference shares as per section 55, and the second one is to increase the share capital as per section 6, subsection 1, subsection A, and to accept calls in advance from shareholders as per section 50, and to convert the fully paid shares into a stock as per section 61 subsection 1 subsection C. ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಟು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ರೆಡಿಮೇಬಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಸು, ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ದ ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಟು accept the calls in advance, and to convert the fully paid shares into stock are some of the important provisions wherein the company can act only if so authorized by its articles. ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the articles of association must permit to issue redeemable preference share, to increase the share capital, to accept calls in advance from the shareholders, and to convert the fully paid shares into stock. Okay, now come to the contents. Content of articles of association. The articles of a public company limited by shares usually contain the number one, regulations for management of company. The articles of association company contains the internal rules and regulations of the company, which are very much essential to carry out the objects of the company. Generally, the articles of association company contains certain rules and regulations. To mention it, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎ. You know the meaning of table A. Table is nothing but model articles. Exclusion or partial exclusion of table A. In ಎರಡನೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, adoption or execution of preliminary contracts if any. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, you know the meaning of preliminary contract. Preliminary contract is nothing but it is a contract entered into by the promoter at the time of the formation of the company. At the time of the formation of the company. Okay, number 3, number of value of shares. Number and as well as the value of shares, both are contained in the articles of association. ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದನು, the articles of association company contains the rules and regulation. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎ, ಅಡಾಪ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ, ಮೂರನೇದು ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್, ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಶೇರ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶೇರ್ ವಾರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಶೇರ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಶೇರ್ ವಾರೆಂಟಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಲೀನ್ ಆನ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್. Rules as to alteration of share capital, rules as to general meeting, then rules as to directors, their remuneration, etc., etc. Then rules as to the accounts and audit, rules as to winding up, rules as to dividends and reserves, rules as to voting rights and the proxies, rules with regard to common seal and of the company, rules with regard to common seal of the company, rules as to borrowing powers, rules with regard to conversion of shares into stock, and rules as to share capital and rights of the shareholders. So then it also contains some important definitions of important terms and phrases. ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫ್ರೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್. Okay. Okay, next come to the second content of the articles of association. Matters as may be prescribed by rules. Section 5 subsection 2. Matters prescribed by the rules as per section 5 subsection 2 of the Companies Act of 2013. The articles of the company shall also contains such matters as may be prescribed by the rules made by the central government. So ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಮೂರನೇದು additional matters as per section 5 subsection 2, again the same section. The articles of company may also contain additional matters may be considered necessary for the management of the company if anything ಏನಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಹ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. And the last content is provisions for sorry, provisions for entrenchment. Section 5 subsection 3 subsection 4 and 5. The article may contain the provisions for entrenchment, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಇಷ್ಟೇ, additional safeguards for the alteration. Entrenchment is nothing but additional safeguards which are required for alteration. That is called, simply it's called provision for entrenchment. Enter ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗೋದು, ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು, ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ I'll repeat, the articles of association contain the provisions for entrenchment, stating that certain specified provisions of articles may be altered only if more restrictive conditions or procedure to complied with. So there are certain other provisions also which are relating to the provisions for entrenchment. Number one is, these provisions shall not be made either on the formation of the company or by amendment in the articles agreed to by all the members of the company in case of private company and by special resolution in the case of public company. So ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, the second one is where the articles contain such provisions for entrenchment, whether on formation or by amendment, the company shall give notice of such provisions to the registrar in such form and manner as prescribed in section 5 subsection 5. ಸೊ ಈ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಸಹ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೆಂಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Then come to the legal effects of memorandum of association and articles of association. Legal effects of memorandum of association. M bar A is nothing but memorandum of association, and A bar A is nothing but articles of association. So legal effects with regard to section 10 or legal effects as per section 10. Number one, binding on members. As as between the members and the company. 1 minute. Okay, I'll repeat the binding on members. As between the members and the company, the memorandum and articles of association no doubt constitute a binding contract. But an alteration of the memorandum or articles which requires a member to take more shares or the liability, increase the members' liability, or to contribute to the share capital of the company is not at all binding on the part of the members unless he or she agrees in writing before or after the alteration. So, in simple, binding on the part of the members, articles of association ಮತ್ತು memorandum of association ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ except in case of ಯಾವುದು members are required to take more shares or increase his liability to contribute to the share capital of the company is not at all binding on him unless he or she agrees in writing before or after the alteration. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಏನು ರೈಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಜನರಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾರು ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ the rules contain which are binding on the part of the members also. Then come to the binding on company, the second point. A company is also bound to the members in the same manner as the members are bound to the company. It can enforce the article against any members. So agidre companies are binding on the part of the members. Member is also binding on the part of the company. So it is interchangeable. A company is also bound to the members in the same manner as the members are bound to the company. So definitely it can enforce the articles against any member. Fine. Here there is a small case that is reference, case reference. Wood versus Odisha Water Works Company. It was held in the year 1889. The articles of company provided that the directors may, with the sanction of the company at general meeting, declare dividend to be paid to the members. So a resolution was passed to give the shareholders. A resolution was passed to give the shareholders debenture bonds instead of paying dividend in cash. A member filed a suit to restrain the directors from acting on the resolution as it was not in accordance with the articles of the company. So accordingly the directors were restrained from doing so. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ವಿತ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್, ವಿತ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಟು ದಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, instead of paying dividend in cash, the resolution was passed to give the shareholders debenture bonds. shareholderಗೆ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದಂತ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ both articles and memorandum of association, against the rules, against the company's rules. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಕುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೊ. ಸೊ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ವುಡ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಒಡಿಶಾ ವಾಟರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. Once again, I'll put it in English. The articles of the company provide that the directors may, with the sanction of the company at general meeting, declare dividend to be paid to the members. Dividend declare ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ. A resolution was passed to give the shareholders debenture bonds instead of paying dividend in cash. So that is why member filed a suit to stop the directors from acting on the resolution, and it was as it was not in accordance with the articles of association. So accordingly, so the directors were restrained from doing so by the court. Fine. Now come to the point number 3. Members intercede. Intercede is nothing but in between members. Okay, the articles constitute a contract between the members. Members can enforce the articles against the any other members. ಏನಿದು ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಎ ಸೂಟ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ the articles constitute a contract in between the members. A member can enforce the articles. Members can enforce the articles against any other member or members. So this is called members inter se, between the members or among the members. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ. References Rayfield versus Hands. It was decided in the year 1960. The articles of a company provided that if a member wanted to transfer his shares, he must inform the directors of his intention, and the directors must take the said share equally between them at a fair value. But the directors refused to purchase the shares, held that the directors were bound to purchase the shares as laid down in the articles. So articles of association rules and ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ members can go to court of law. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, the articles of the company provided that if a member wanted to transfer his shares, he must inform the directors of his intention, and the director must take this said share equally between them at fair value. ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ರೆಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ತಪ್ಪದು, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದಿ ಬೈಲಾಸ್, ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ, ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ. So held that the directors were bound to purchase the shares as laid down in the articles. Articles association ಹೇಳ್ತದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅವನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. Okay, next number, not binding on outsiders. The articles do not constitute a binding contract between a company and an outsider. This is based on the rule that, which I studied in the last semester, stranger to a contract cannot sue. I think you are studying the consideration chapter while studying the subject called business law or commercial law. So this point already been discussed. Not binding on outsiders. The articles do not constitute a binding contract between a company and an outsider. This is based on the rule that stranger to a contract cannot sue. Third party to the contract cannot sue. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು. Privity of contract is very much essential for the third party. Privity of contract is nothing but subject knowledge about the contract. So that was lacking. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ the rule says that third party or stranger to a contract cannot sue. And we have studied exception also. Fine. Now come to the doctrine of constructive notice. Doctrine of constructive notice. The memorandum of association, ಇದು ಸಹ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು, ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನೋಟಿಸು, ಇಂಡೋರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟು, ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾ ವೈರಸ್, ಈ ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ these three concept 2 can expect in examination, semester exam. ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ? ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾ ವೈರಸ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ ಆಫ್ indoor management. Okay, the memorandum of association and the articles of association of a company are public documents. Any confusion here? No, both are public documents. Yes, they must be kept open. They must be kept open and accessible to all. Therefore, it's a duty of every person dealing with the company to read and understand its public documents and make sure his contract is inconsistent or contract is consistent with their provisions. So before making the contract with the company, it's a duty of the members to read and understand the public documents which is accessible to all the members and make sure his or her contract is consistent with the provisions of the company. But whether the person actually reads them, whether person actually reads them or not, okay, whether the person actually reads them or not, he is to be in the same position as if he had read them. ಅವನು ಓದಿದ್ದಾನ ಇಲ್ವಾ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಅದು ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ the members have read it ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay, so I'll repeat, whether the person actually reads them or not, he is to be in the same position as if he had read them. So this kind of presumed notice, ಅಥವಾ the company presumed to know the content of these public documents. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಕಂಪನಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ದ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದ ಬೋತ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇದು ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಲ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ accessible to all members. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ he will be presumed, he or she, the members will be presumed to know the content of these public documents. So this kind of presumed, this kind of assumed notice is called constructive notice. This constructive notice is also known as imputation of knowledge. This constructive notice is also known as imputation of knowledge. As so this kind of presumed notice is called constructive notice or imputation of knowledge as to the contents of the memorandum as well as articles of association. So in other words, my dear students, any person, ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ, in other words, any person dealing with the company is deemed to have the knowledge of the contents of these documents. So this is known as doctrine of constructive notice. Here is a leading case, important case, case reference Kotla Venkateswamy versus Ramamurthy. So the articles of association, I'll tell you the facts of the case. The articles of association of a company required that all the mortgage deeds should be signed by the managing director, secretary, and a working director on behalf of the company. I'll repeat, as per the articles of association, company is required that all the mortgage deed, MORTGAG, mortgage ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅಡ ಹಿಡಿದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, mortgage deed should be signed by the managing director, secretary, and the working director on behalf of the company. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, but Mr. A accepted a deed of mortgage signed by the secretary and the working director only. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಯಾರ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಬೇಕು, MD, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ accepted the mortgage deed with the signature of only 2, ಯಾರ್ದೆಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಮತ್ತು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್. So it was held that Mr. A could not claim under the deed. The court observed that if Mr. A had studied the articles, articles ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತು 3 ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So court observed that if Mr. A had studied the articles, he could have observed that the mortgage deed which he took required execution by the 3 specified officers, that is MD, secretary, and working director. So execution by the three specified officers of the company, and he would not have accepted. ಮೊದಲೇ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು 3 ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, 3 ಜನ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗಲೇ ಅವ್ನು ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋಯಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲ 3 ಜನ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋಯಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ವುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯಾರು he would not have accepted a deed, that inadequately signed deed. ಸೊ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ? ದ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ Mr. A, if he has studied the articles, he could have discovered that the mortgage deed which he took required execution by the three specified officers of the company, and he would not have accepted the deed inadequately signed. Thus, a deed signed by working director and the secretary was held to be inoperative, and the party was not allowed to seek the shelter under the plea that he had not read the articles. Ignorance of law is no excuse. ನಂಗೆ ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಂಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? ದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ says that before dealing with the company, it's a duty of the members must read the both articles of association and memorandum of association and must understand. ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಎಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾಲೆಜು. ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಂತ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮೆಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಹೇಳುವನು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸೀಕ್ ಶೆಲ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಓದಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು he cannot seek the shelter under the plea that he had not read the articles. So another effect of this rule is that the person dealing with the company is presumed not only have read not only have read those documents but have understood them according to their proper meaning. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಖಾಲಿ ಓದೋ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. He is also presumed to have understood not merely the company's powers but also those of its officers. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಯಾರ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬೈಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಓದಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಎನ್ಶೂರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಇದು ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ರೂಲ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಟ್ ದ ಬೈಯರ್ ಬಿವೇರ್ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಬೈಯರ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ಸ್. ಲೆಟ್ ದ ಬೈಯರ್ ಬಿವೇರ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ಲರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವೇ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೀಡ್ ಏನು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಏನು, ಅದು ಸೆಲ್ಲರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ದ ಬೈಯರ್ ರೂಲ್ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಟು read and understand the properly the contents of the articles of association and the memorandum of association. Okay, so I'll wind up today's class. Then the next session I'll take another one is just opposite to doctrine of constructive notice concept, that is doctrine of indoor management. So we'll discuss another concept, indoor management, in the next class, next session. And in the next session I will also discuss about the differences, similarities and differences between articles of association and memorandum of association. So allige nanu memorandum ಮತ್ತು articles complete ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so till then have a nice time. Thank you very much.